Her dreams were coming true. In early 2020, Mabel Alvarez had a decade-old hair salon in Somerville. She was also months away from giving birth to a baby she thought would only exist in her imagination.
I had challenges getting pregnant, so I ended up talking to my gynecologist about it, and she said to me, you know what, because of your age, once you're over 30, they want you to go ahead and try the IVF. I was on it, exercising, eating right. I come to work that day, and one of my staff members says to me, Mabel, it looks like you're not feeling well. And I said to her, you know what, I feel nauseous. I'm not feeling all myself. She says to me, I think that you might be pregnant.
She was pregnant and thrilled, but in March of 2020, this small business owner had other concerns. The coronavirus, closing her shop and being unable to support her future child.
First, I didn't believe it. I was like, what? The government had to shut us down? Then I was like, when it went into a month, and I'm like, we still can't open? 2 months. What? That's when I panic. I'm like, wait a minute, my bills are piling up. I'm not making income to pay my rent.
Mabel is a proud woman.
I identify myself as an Afro-Latina.
She has a supportive husband and close-knit family. Still, she knew they were not in a position to help.
Having to take out loans and to try to maintain what I have. As Latinos, Blacks, is like sometimes we don't have resources.
Women, and especially women of color, face the greatest economic challenges during the pandemic. Black and Latina women saw the highest rates of unemployment, both around 11% according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. 80% of the nearly 1.1 million workers who dropped out of the labor force in September 2020 were women. That's 865,000 women compared to 216,000 men. Experts believe these numbers reflect that women have been bearing the brunt of childcare during the pandemic.
Women used to make up about 39% of the workforce, but they've lost 54% of the jobs. So all the gains that they've made have really been undone by this pandemic.
So we're going to see long-term effects of this for years.
Some people that have lost their jobs now have to re-enter the workforce, and now they're going to have to work their way back up. I think from a societal impact with women not working, it really creates a lot of stress on the family.
I knew that I couldn't go to work because it wasn't safe, but I also knew I wasn't going to be making money. So I had all these different stresses and anxiety.
Rena Sorrenti is one of Boston's best estheticians.
I do brow shaping and waxing, and I see clients all day and pretty much just make women feel beautiful.
For months last year, that work stopped. The single mother became a full-time remote teacher to her daughter, Asha, and for the first time in her life, Sorrenti didn't have a salary.
I had to take money out of my IRA. I had to actually get some money from friends to help pay rent here and at home, and for groceries and other bills. So that was really difficult. Do you mind if I take your temp?
She reopened her Wellesley studio in July 2020. Though she works fewer hours, she is booked, positive about her financial future despite the setback.
I'm still trying to pay off my debt, so that was obviously hard, but it's looking better.
Another sign of normalcy, Sorrenti's daughter is back to school in person, but the most important lesson Asha learned this year came from watching her mom.
I'm just happy to be there for her and just be an example.
I love that she's strong and she's independent.
The strength of mothers during an unprecedented time. Some took a financial hit, but it didn't knock them out.
As a single mother, yes, it was a lot more work, and having no business to go to because I was closed was even more stressful. But I do think that, with family, with friends, anybody can get through it, as long as you ask for help.
I just had given birth. I thought that I was gonna actually lose my business, surrounded by supportive family, friends, customers. I said, you know what, I think I'm gonna be fine, and here I am.
And Ma Bell is back open, but with fewer hours right now. And back to Rena, the single mother who borrowed from her retirement account to help pay the bills. The CARES Act allowed qualified individuals, such as people who lost a job or had to shut down their business, to borrow from their retirement account. Financial experts say borrowers should try to pay that money back as soon as they are able. Rena, by the way, tells us things opening back up has been great, and she is busier than ever. Next, the new work-life balance.